Heidi ho, everyone. It's the inspector back with you. Great to be back with you again. Happy Good Friday to everybody. It's a little past 8 o'clock, about 8:15 in the morning. I have off today. I also have off Monday. I took Monday off, so I'm going to be, just as a note, I'm going to start doing videos again for the razor company, maybe starting this weekend. So look for me there every now and then. Subscribe, and then you'll get my content there. We don't share content. What content I make for Razor Company is their property. So I don't share videos, but I don't mix it between, in other words, but that same video on both their site and my site. So that being said, we're going to start with, I got the Supply Max. Okay. So Supply Max razor, it comes in really nice presentation, like a plasticky thing, and that's what it comes in. I got the razor is the silver, and it's sort of like hexagonal. It's sort of 6/8 sided. Some knurling on it, looks nice. And the blade is, yes, it does use proprietary blades. So you can either, it comes with the black, okay, they're black blades, which comes in this cartridge here that you keep, and the replacement is, I got a replacement also of the platinum. So you either black or the platinum. Black is in here, I believe, and this is the platinum. $8 for the black additional and $12 for the platinum. I heard they're both good, so I've used their other razors for the injector, and I like those both too. So, like I said, you want to keep this and just replace the innards. This is already installed, so I turned it so you see the blade is right there, okay? And I'm gonna do multiple shaves with this razor, like I have with the Proof, so this just pops out from the bottom. You pull it out, and this is supposed to expose where you put this in. Now, I haven't done this yet. It's supposed to be magnetic. Let's see how this works. This is real time, guys, here. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Okay. Yep. You line it up, it pops right in. So that's a good thing. And then you turn this knob to expose another blade, and you do the same thing. You take this out when you're done. When you're done with the blades, whatever, how many shaves it is, very carefully, and dispose of it in your blade bank. So nice idea with this. Proprietary blades, yes, I get it, because it has that middle, see that middle third notch in there? So it's not compatible with the other injectors or whatever, but so that may be a downside. For me, if the razor performs, hey, I'm okay with it, I guess. I have every different kind of blade you can imagine. Now, just want to say, and then just close this up here, all right? I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys, but all right, just pops down, and you're ready to shave. Now, Brian Sinatra Lennon did a video, and I guess the company made, like some guys make mistakes about labeling what they say. They say the razor was stainless steel. Well, the razor, for me, is this. They meant the blades are stainless steel. So there's a differentiation. Make sure you get it right. When I say it, I always say razor or razor blade. Difference, okay? And that when you're marketing a product is crucial, okay? So anyhow, and I have my my camera going in and out here. I guess I have it on a certain mode. I apologize if that's distracting, but anyhow, we'll see how this performs. It's all ready to go. This is, I think it's aluminum and like a chrome or a nickel, but this isn't stainless steel, no. But yes, it does pivot. We'll see how aggressive it is, how smooth it is, and all that stuff that goes along with it, all right? So we move on to the shaving soap. Okay, tomorrow it's supposed to be 80 here, and then it'll drop down a bit. So for the next week or so, it'll go up and down. By beginning in May, we should have in the 60s as a high consistently here in New Jersey, particularly on the Jersey coast. For soap, we're going with Zingari Man, the Magician. The Magician is a wonderfully green set. A tiny bit different than like an Irish Spring sort of scent. I got a little bit of stuff on my nose here, but it smells great. I don't think I've used a Zingari Man soap before, so we'll see how good this is. I think this is ivy, orange blossom, and oak moss to give you that green sort of scent. Let's see. Here's, if you could see that, but it's really small, the ingredients. I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. All right, so that being said, we'll put this aside. After my shave out of the shower, we'll put maybe PAA Enlightenment on the Irish Spring sort of scent, and we'll green out with that. Speaking of greening out, my bowl, here it is, my Razor Company Unbreakable Lather Bowl, excellent for travel, whatever. I have a ton of these. Yeah, they're just with the little ridges on the bottom, anything you could want. This is the amount of soap. I think this will be absolutely plenty. Already did my head shave. Yes, I washed my face out really well. I'm going to go with, some Boar, some Smoke 1305 soaking in my Lather Genie bowl. And we'll wet the face. After all that, guys, thank you for sticking with me. Sometimes, like when I have a new product, I like to take my time and give you the most on it that I can at the time. So, like I said, we're going to try multiple shaves with this over the next how long, month or whatever. But okay, so I shook this out. I'm starting with a damp brush, guys. I don't add water at first because I don't want to oversaturate my lather. Work it into a paste, and we'll go from there. We'll slowly add the water. I'll show you what it looks like. I see most of it right up off the bowl into the brush. So now I'll start adding some warm water to it. And I don't know how much this soap, how much water it can take, so I haven't used it yet, so I'm just doing it very slowly. So as I'm doing it, it's working up a nice little lather here. I'll just add a tiny bit more, and we'll see how that goes. Nice, yeah. It's coming together, as they say. Turn off the water. I know it's distracting. I get it. All right, so we have a Yeah, we have a good creamy lather going here, so we'll apply it to the face. And, oh wow. Oh wow. Nice. Right away, guys. I know it's early, but early on, just applying, but feels great on the face so far. I'm getting a great feeling off of it. And it's not totally like voluminous. What you really want, as Peter Sharkalis said correctly, in my experience and his too, it is a soap, but it's like a lotiony type of on the face, how it looks and how it feels type of thing. If you can understand that. So I'm going to work this into my toughest area here. Very, not super dense, but very coarse, especially as I gotten older. When I was 18, it was, of course, it wasn't maybe nearly as thick, but they weren't as coarse and wiry. Now I'm 60 and it's a whole different ballgame when it comes to that. But anyhow, this is a super lather. Wow. I'm impressed. It's my first time. I know I'm late to the party on this. As many soaps and creams as I do have, guys. And it is a lot, and a lot you haven't seen yet because I've got so much that I haven't done on camera yet. Hopefully I'll eventually get to, but can't have everything all at once, all right? So after all this time, my first Zingari soap. All right, so we'll, I think, maybe there was one before, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. So I'm gonna heat up the blade. We'll get shaving. We'll see how this does. Okay, 12 minutes in. Let the pivot do its thing. And we'll see how it is here. Huh. Okay. Nice, smooth. So far the blades agree with me. No problem there. Nice scent. Just like spring, okay? Rinsing it out with the hot water under the sink, not swishing in dirty water so it gunks up my razor. I really never have to clean my razors. It's a rare occasion because I do that. All right, other side. Just let the razor do its thing. Put it flat on your face, guys, and let it pivot for you, okay? Let it pivot for you. And this is a wee bit more aggressive than the proof. So if you guys know what that feels like, it's a little bit more aggressive, but it's not, it's still pretty mild. If I can say that, and if you can understand. I read some reviews. Dan Berklin, one of the forums, says it felt a wee bit head heavy to him. Yeah, just a tiny bit. I don't think overly so. Now, my suggestion was, what I would have done it, in order to decrease the weight and make it less head heavy. See this, I want to say, all this material in the middle here, okay? Just hollow that out, okay? And that would solve that issue. I'm not a mechanical engineer or anything like that. I'm just saying from a user standpoint of lessening the weight of the head heaviness just slightly. That would help. All right. But I gotta say, it's not, it's just slight. It's not huge. All right. So is it a huge issue for me right now as I'm going along? No. We'll see as I keep working it. I do my against the grain after this. Is it user friendly? Yeah. Shaving wise, absolutely. No qualms for me there. So that's a good thing. All right. Yeah, just yeah, a little bit more aggressive than the proof, but the proof is very mild. But you know what, guys, I get such a great shave off of the proof too. A lot of guys are having trouble. My advice is, I mean, obviously this is plenty sharp, and it's not like a DE blade, so you have choices. You have two choices for blades for this, the black or the platinum. But as far as your proof, the half DE blades, number one, use your sharpest blade that you have, as well as smooth. And don't forget, you're not shaving like a DE with a proof. Okay, you put the razor flat on your face like this one and let the pivot engage your skin, the contact, constant contact. So you're not doing that where you have to create your angle. There's no creating angles with this razor because of the pivot. You lay it flat on your face and let the razor's weight plow through. Yes, this is heavier than the proof. Absolutely, no doubt, as you would probably guess. But I think proof is coming out with a stainless version, possibly, I think. So stay tuned, all right? I'll give you updates when I get them. You want to go on to get news of this stuff on the proof site and get their newsletter. So you know and you're alerted of when things are happening. Release dates, info, razor info, all that, okay? Second pass. Wow, this smells great. I gotta tell you guys, this is a winner. Holy gee. This is, there's different degrees of the way my enthusiasm. And so, when I'm gushing about a soap or razor, whatever it is, it's bona fide. I'm not making it up. I do not get paid to say these things. All right. Now let's see how this does on the against the grain pass. Remember, I don't do a cross grain. It doesn't do much for me, okay? It just doesn't keep the blade up, and we'll come right across the bottom here. Yeah. Like I said, besides the proprietary blade issue, the razor itself designed well. The only change I would make, maybe, and this is just me, number one is hollowing out that middle layer to make it a little bit lighter, and maybe adding a little bit of girth to the handle here, because I like a little bit of a thicker handle so I can get my fingers around there, my stubby fingers. The knurling is okay. It has vertical lines. A crosshatch on this would help, but that's just me, guys. I know you guys have your likes and dislikes, your opinions. At this point, after 11 years doing this and 5 years on camera with YouTube videos, my razors are, probably above 190 now with all types. 190, guys. It's insane. But I know you guys have limited funds, a lot of you, and yeah, I get it. So you really have to be judicious on your purchases, it's just me and my wife. I don't have kids to support or, like that. So it's easier for me. I get it. Yeah. I'm fortunate and I know it. So, but that doesn't mean that you don't have, you can't enjoy this hobby just as much, because that's not true. Whatever you have, how big or how small, you just enjoy doing the actual shaves. I always do. Now this head, because it's a little bit of extra weight, it helps the plow through on your shave. So this isn't, for those of you guys who don't like really lightweight, the little bit more weight in the head, you might enjoy. And this is weight-wise, overall, well within my wheelhouse. I don't like chunky razors that are really heavy. I just don't. That's why I like aluminum. Or a combination of not quite stainless steel, but now stainless steel in the proof has a good chance of being mighty okay for me, because there's not a lot of material there as much, you know what I'm saying, as a regular razor. So I'm gonna add some more lather. Why not? I'm getting the whiff of that green scent, and it's really awfully nice. All right, so these blades really well, going really well here. The black that's comes with the razor. Getting that bottom of my lip. And I have to be careful, because if you let that hang out without stretching it like I am, you can very easily cut the bottom of your top of your lip. And that is not good. So I'm coming across and then up, giving under the nose. Not a big deal. Yeah, I would like a little bit more girth on the handle, with a tiny bit more knurling, ideally for me, but can't have everything, guys. So far, You see what I think about it overall? Good razor, good shave. Nice. All right. Yeah. So we'll rinse the face here and see what we come up with at the end. The slickness on the soap is serious here. Heather Melton from Zingari makes these soaps, and I gotta tell you, top notch, top notch. It doesn't take me long to figure out things, if I like it or not. It's usually pretty immediate how I feel about things. I don't know why, maybe because that's what I do for a living, and that helps. I'm very analytical, or I try to be. I don't, I make mistakes like everyone else, but if I'm hitting on 90% success rate, I'm doing good. That's my goal. Can't be perfect, but anyhow, we got some Thayer's cucumber mist, and out of my continuous sprayer. All right, so here we have the razor here. Now I rinsed this out really well. Just thought, now it's enclosed, so I'm guessing, you could do it anyway. No one ever mentioned this, I don't think, but I'm gonna pop first of all, I gotta pop this out. There's some residue in here. So you definitely wanna rinse that really well. All right, that's a given. Or maybe not, I don't know. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dry the handle really well underneath the razor here, and it's still open. I'm just gonna blot like this, see that? To dry it the best I can. I don't wanna leave any moisture on there. Microscopic rust can hit the razor, decrease its life. You wanna maximize as much as you can your blade life. So that's pretty good, guys. I just you don't need to rub. No, just put it in there and just let it clean towel and just dry it that way. All right, now I did buy it has a wall stand. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Let me show you this. It does come with a wall stand, which is really nice. The front here, the front is here, right? And you have the back. I used what I would use in addition, double heavy duty 3M tape I got on Amazon to really secure this in, because I don't know how good this adhesive is going to be. So just to make sure, and that's what I do on my proof stands also, and they are mounted right on my mirror, not on the wall, on the mirror, and it's with that 3M heavy duty tape. So this is extra. I bought a stand. That's about $29 right there, and it goes right on here. Now you can let it dry out like that more for a couple of hours. You can do that, or if it's sufficiently dry, just close it up. I'm gonna leave it open, I'll tell you, for a couple of hours or whatever. All right, it doesn't do any harm, just don't knock it over. Okay, guys, don't knock it over. Everything else was great. You know, the lather bowl, we got the Simog 1305 boar brush, super. And of course, along with the razor, which was pretty darn good, especially for a first attempt, the Zingari Man, the Magician, it screams spring, guys. What can I say? I'll try to be back with a video Sunday, Easter Sunday, or Easter Monday, whatever. I'm going to make that my goal. Maybe do a razor company video in between. But anyhow, guys, hey, enjoy your Friday and your Saturday and your Easter Sunday. Hopefully I'll see you back. This is the Inspector. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.